What's going on, everyone? Hope you all having a great day today. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the overall best exhaust setup that you can have for your WRX or STI. And before we get into today's video, I just wanted to say, if you liked this video at all, at any point in this video, if you enjoyed seeing my face in front of my WRX, hit that like button. Really helps me out a bunch. And while you're down there, please just hit that subscribe button. That really helps me out a bunch. And on the topic of helping me out a bunch, I also have some cool little t-shirts down there. It's the Teespring link. I just made up some funny t-shirts that I think, well, to me, I enjoy them. My fiance enjoys them, and even some of my friends have enjoyed them. So they are up there on Teespring. I think they're funny, so if you like them too, then go ahead and check them out. So yeah, let's get on to today's video. So on today's topic, I already kind of made a video similar to this, except I was talking about tires, the best tires for your WRX or STI. And today we are switching gears into the best exhaust system for your WRX or STI. And before we really jump in, I'm just going to tell you about my setup here. It's a really simple setup, starting from the front to the back. On the front is a Mishimoto J-pipe. That is the catted version, of course. And then it's nothing up until you get to the axle bank. It's just a Amazon special axle bank. It's one of the first videos I made on this car. I still have it on and it still works for me. And I still think it looks really good when the tips are clean, of course. But everything sounds great. I enjoy it. It makes fun noises, turbo noises, pops, crackles, bangs. And it just makes the driving experience for me pretty good. I actually enjoy it a lot. So yeah, that's like my setup. I'll give you some sound clips. I'll show you some drive-bys. And then that will be like pretty much covering my setup. So, like I said, I have a Mishimoto J-pipe, and that is kind of more on the cheaper side of J-pipes that you can get. I know they can get pretty expensive depending on what your build is, but for me, for my uses, just daily driving, it works great. It has accomplished what I wanted, and what I wanted was just overall sound, unlock some horsepower, and say that my car's tuned. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I definitely would recommend the catted version of it. I know there's a catted and a non-catted. Depending on your build and depending on if you prefer more gas smell versus less gas smell, that's up to you what you would like to do for your J pipe. But I know WRXs have a different exhaust than a STI. So for a large portion of this video, that's what we're going to be talking about, is just the cat back, because STI and WRX, the cat back portion are the same. So the difference between STI and the WRX is a downpipe versus, like what I've been saying, a J pipe. Bottom mount turbo on this car. Then STIs, it's kind of more closer to the top, so that's why you get the downpipe. While we're on the topic of J pipe / downpipes, there definitely is lots of brands that you can go with. Others have different properties than the cheaper ones. Like the more expensive ones are obviously going to have better build quality than, I guess, the Mishimoto one. The Mishimoto one is definitely more of a budget friendly, and that's been kind of the goal with this car. Buying parts for it is very expensive, so I've been just trying to find the alternatives because I don't plan on doing anything crazy with it. So I just find the ones that would fit my driving personality, if you will. Yeah, there's tons of brands that you can go with. There's Greddy, there's Grimspeed, Mishimoto, and then there's a handful of others that you can find on virtually any Subaru enthusiast website. But once we get away from that, you could kind of see, I'm probably going to skip over headers. I know headers are pretty important in the Subaru community. The equal length versus non-equal length. Honestly, it's more beneficial for headers if you have an EJ engine. That's where, for me at least, I can definitely hear a difference in the different header styles if you have an older Subaru engine. I don't really think it's worth it on FA cars, mainly because, well, to me, I would like to hear the actual significant difference between the two. Some of y'all in the comments are going to go crazy. I can already see some of you typing right now. But I think for what most of y'all watching this video are trying to accomplish here is just some good sound out of your daily drivers. So I don't necessarily think headers would be completely necessary. I do know that they do wake up the car even more than a J pipe, and there's still even more tuning capabilities when you have a absolutely full exhaust system. But headers, I'd like to put those on the back burner because it's honestly depends on your build, your driving style, and what you want to just accomplish overall in your build. High horsepower build, absolutely get a set of headers. Daily driver, probably not. It's just gonna be a no for me. I don't think I'll ever buy headers because I don't need them. I like the way my car is set up right now, so perfectly fine for me. Same thing with the J pipe though. Million different options and million different brands that you can choose from too. A lot of everything that is going to involve the exhaust system is going to be kind of copy paste, and what I mean by that is go to any website that sells performance parts for Subarus, and it's going to be pretty much the same brands on each website. So you're going to have NVIDIA, Greddy, Grimspeed, I believe Perrin makes products too, Tomei, and a handful of others I'm forgetting. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Headers, do or don't. J-pipe if you really want more sound and performance. And then we kind of get into catback systems. The most popular catback system I have seen is the NVIDIA R400, I believe it's what it's called. If you want the quad tip look, that's pretty much what you get. The NVIDIA exhaust systems. Very popular brand. I've seen them on countless Subarus, especially at the big Northwest shows that I go to. The thing with the catback systems, they are completely, you can change them up in any variation you want. Even the material they're made out of, stainless steel, titanium, well, that's pretty much it. Stainless steel or titanium are like the main two. There's different catted ones, there's resonated ones, there's muffler versus no muffler. Endless options on catbacks. Same thing as before, different, a million different types of brands out there. I think the most popular ones being the NVIDIA, and the runner-up is definitely the Tome, and then we have Cobb. I'm just going to throw Cobb in there because they do actually make really good exhaust, like catback exhaust systems. So we'll throw Cobb in there too. Those are like the big three that's like off the top of my head. And then if you want to just be simple and you don't want to go with a whole catback, that's where you get into the axle back. The axle back is going to be basically a muffler delete. Well, it is a muffler delete. And there's two options, pretty much. There's obviously muffler delete, nothing. It's just a bigger pipe that takes place of your muffler. Or you can get the ones with mufflers on them, but they're just really small and they do open it up a little bit. But yeah, it's basically just the very beginner exhaust. That was one of the first videos I made on this car. And I will have some sound clips of that as well. But yeah, very basic. My setup, I think, is a very common setup unless you want to go full catback. It's very simple. It's just two exhaust pieces, J-pipe and the axle back. The J-pipe on this car actually takes up a large majority of your exhaust already. It's kind of a short distance between the axle back and the J-pipe, so there's still some stock exhaust in there, so it's kind of weird. It goes from like 3-inch to like 2-inch and then back to like 2.5 or something like that. I don't know what. So it's really weird, and it kind of makes up for interesting noises. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some sound clips of this car with the current setup, and I'll try and find some other ones in line.
So it's safe to say I didn't get any sound clips. So that means that this is the end of the video. This is me editing my video. And yeah, if you guys made it so far in this video, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.